Hello and welcome to Insights from an Autistic. First, an announcement. I have started up a podcast. The first episode premiered last night. You can go on my website and view that episode. Next week, we're going to have Alex Plank from wrongplanet.net and Autism Talk TV be on our podcast. So you can call in. You can actually even Skype in and ask questions regarding that. So if you go on my website, www.armankhodaei.com, you will get information regarding the podcast. It's every Tuesday, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I look forward to all of you tuning in and hearing what I have to say with Alex Plank. And in the future, we're going to have other guests as well on the spectrum who have written books and all sorts of things, so it's going to be very exciting. So, with that said, how to reduce anxiety if you have autism or Asperger syndrome. So I'm going to go over with some techniques that have worked for me to reduce anxiety. A lot of the reasons why anxiety happens first is because we're overstimulated. There's all this stuff going on in our brains and we're overstimulated, or something unpredictable happens but it overstimulates us because there's just too much going on and it overstimulates us. So what really helps with that is practicing meditation on a daily basis. When I talk about meditation, there's different types of meditation, but just even practicing like a breathing meditation where you just follow your breath for half an hour each day can really help a lot. If you constantly check your breath, like take deep breaths every now and then. It will help circulate blood, and it will help make things process easier, and that will really help reduce anxiety. Another thing is organization. Organizing both your mind and your space. So for some of us, we're all organized, but if you go through everything, go through your closets, your drawers, your computer, delete those files that you don't need anymore, go through your car, go through your bookshelf, go through everything, and if there's something that does not represent who you are, something that is just taking up space, just get rid of it. And you might say, oh, I bought this thing 5-10 years ago, I want to use it someday. Well, if you haven't used it yet, and maybe you're not going to use it ever, and that's taking up mental space. That is actually space taken up in your mind. So go through your stuff, start getting rid of things that you don't need anymore. Some of us can't let go of these things, and that is also space in our brains, because whenever we see it, we think back to an old memory, and even if we don't, our brain is thinking about that on a small degree subconsciously. So that organization will make thoughts flow to us easier, and there'll be less anxiety. Also, you can help organize your mind by journaling on a daily basis. Writing down all your thoughts as well. So maybe not even necessarily journaling, but every now and then just write down all of your thoughts, everything that's going on in your head, and so you can see everything that you're thinking about. And so when you do that, you're gonna be like, wow. Maybe you can start writing your memoir, going back to thinking about your childhood and all that kind of stuff, working on overcoming some issues in that regard. And also working on the confidence in your mind. Write down what you believe about yourself. Make a list of the things that are true about yourself, and then make another list about only the positive things that are true about yourself, and focus on the positive. This will help organize your mind. And if your mind's organized, anxiety is greatly reduced. I know this from personal experience. Another way to reduce anxiety, so if there are certain situations that make us anxious or scared or what have you, one way to overcome that is to actually put ourselves into those situations, to put ourselves out of the comfort zone. Consciously put ourselves out of the comfort zone and face our fears. So if you're like me and are afraid to go up and get a girl's number, perhaps going up and getting a girl's number is a great way of getting rid of anxiety in that way, because the more times you do it, the more confident you become at doing it. And so I'm going to take my own advice and do that. With that said, but no, every time you do put yourself out of that comfort zone and you get past that, you feel so great. Sometimes it's like, you're amazed that you can do it, and you just feel so confident, and then the next time there's not that anxiety is either lessened or it's gone. The anxiety is not as big as it was the last time, and then we can do more things, and anxiety goes away further. Another way to reduce anxiety is to constantly challenge our mind by doing mind puzzles like crossword puzzles or other mind puzzles, by playing chess and other mind games, by constantly doing things that are out of the comfort zone for our mind. If it makes us think a little bit and stretches our mind, that's a good thing, because that will help reduce the anxiety. Because a clear mind does that. Also, another way to get a clear mind, doing yoga or karate, or just going to the gym, eating properly. Eating properly, yoga, all these sort of things, they will definitely help reduce toxins in the body, reduce anxiety, like they'll improve blood circulation to the brain, all that type of stuff, and that will reduce your anxiety. So with that said, what techniques have worked for you to overcome anxiety? If you have any thing you want to add to what has helped you overcome anxiety, please let me know. Thank you, and have an awesome day of awesomeness.